Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, KETO Nomad, and I am in the kitchen here, which might have a little bit of echo because it just does. It's a big kitchen, and I'm using my daughter-in-law's kitchen. I love this kitchen. It is so nice, and I'm going to actually, before I start, I think I'm going to preheat the oven, which is right over here, to 375. Right now I have 4 eggs in here. There they are, 4 eggs. And I'm going to make a keto brownie. I'm making 2 different things, but I'm making a keto brownie. And I couldn't get the exact stuff that they used, that the keto twins use, so I did get this at Whole Foods. It's Nut Zoe, and it's a chocolate keto crunchy nut seed butter. It's got a few different nuts in it, so this does have some nuts in it. Theirs did not, and it's a keto version of like Nutella, but it does have some hazelnut in there. It's got almonds, shredded coconut, chocolate liqueur, cocoa beans, Brazil nuts, pecans, monk fruit, macadamia nuts, and flax. And I did add a little bit. I added 1 tablespoon of the Swerve confectioner's sugar because I got confused. It's the dark chocolate that doesn't have sweetener in it, but this one does have sweetener in it. But it is keto, and it is 7 carbs for 2 tablespoons. But then there's 3 grams of fiber, and there's some other things. So actually, it kind of narrows it down, so the net carbs is less. And then when you divide it up into pieces, it's not going to be much, but we're going to use a cup of this. So you'll have to figure out your macros, because if the serving size is 2 tablespoons, how many tablespoons are in a cup? And then you can figure out, we can figure out how many carbs for 2 tablespoons. So that's not bad. We got to figure out how many, and then divide it up into pieces and all that other good stuff, okay? So in the meantime, what we're going to do, I did order the stuff that the keto twins used. That won't be here till tomorrow. My cord is not really long, and my other cord is not real long for my camera, so I'm going to go ahead and start beating the eggs. Now she says you have to beat these eggs until they get like a light yellow, so I don't know how long that's going to take. So I'll be back when they're the right color, not to make you wait and listen. I'm going to fold the eggs into the chocolate mixture. I'm not going to put all of it in there at once. It's going to be a light color, and the sugar made a difference on the texture. So I'm just going to put all, this is 1 cup of this chocolate nutty thing. Usually if you made just a regular batch, it would be 1/2 cup and 2 eggs. In this case, it's going to be 1 cup and 4 eggs. And you're not going to put all the eggs in there at one time. You're going to put like just 1/3 of it. So I just put a little bit in there because it's supposed to make it dense. You can see it's kind of a foamy texture. It's actually a foamy texture. And we're going to fold that in. That egg is all mixed in with the chocolate. pan, which the recipe, hold on, somebody's here. So I went to the door because it sounded like my garage door opened, well, my son's garage door opened, and I was supposed to be in the house all by myself, and nobody was supposed to be coming there. So it kind of alarmed me a little bit, so I had to go check it out, but it was nothing. So I guess maybe the refrigerator making noises, because their refrigerator makes funny noises, kind of spooks you sometimes. It was funny. That being said, I ended up not turning the camera back on when I was putting the pan in the oven. Okay, I'm really off key today because it was supposed to be baked at 350, not at 375, and I got the wrong pan, so it's really, really thin, but they smell good. They sure do smell good. Let me pull them out and test them because they've only been in there for like 10, 12 minutes. So normally, I would be making my entree first and then my dessert, but this looks like it's done. I mean, it's done. It's separated from the sides. It looks done, and it's very thin. Well, brownies can be thin. And in the meantime, I am putting my eggs in water, and we are boiling 4 eggs because I'm going to make Swiss eggs. I think they're called Swiss eggs. Okay, I want to tell you, even though they're thin, because I put them in that pan that was too big, okay, they're really very good, and they didn't have to take as long to cook. Yeah, they're very good. I'll let you see. Look at that. Some are, the ones in the middle are a little thicker, but they're very brownie textured right off the bat. So a smaller pan would make them a little thicker. But they're so good. They could have been sweeter. And the other one I bought is dark chocolate. And there is monk fruit in this. I would say put a little scoop of ice cream on there, or whipped cream, or just do like they do in England and pour a little cream over it. They're very good. I would make these again. People that are not on keto wouldn't even know the difference. Very good. Thanks, Keto Twins, and whoever was the original recipe. Now, let's see what else is going on with our eggs. Our eggs are done, and so I'm going to take them off the stove and put them in an ice bath, and then run my stuff back over to the camper and check on Danny. And I'll be back. So as I was going back into the house, after I checked on Danny, she's watching me from the window. She's so cute. Okay, so I went ahead and boiled my eggs. I put it in the ice bath, and now I'm going to peel the eggs. And my audio went in the crapper. I don't know what happened. They have this fuzzy noises, so I'm doing a voiceover. And by putting them in the ice bath, it makes it much easier to go ahead and peel the eggs, because we want to have nice round eggs, you know, or egg-shaped eggs. Anyway, and keep the whites intact. So I'm going to peel the eggs and get them ready. And then we'll go ahead and put the coating on. And I'm going to be making Scotch eggs. And I learned it from the Serious Keto, who also talks about the person he got the recipe from. And I've seen multiple recipes, as I mentioned earlier. One had bacon wrapped around it. Using panko breadcrumbs is another one. So we're going to do panko breadcrumbs. Okay, I'm back. All right, we got our brownies in the plastic baggie and a plate to take back to the RV, my little shooting star on wheels. I've got my 4 hard-boiled eggs peeled, and I have pressed out my sausage meat. I had 2 pieces of sausage I bought at the deli at Whole Foods. This is hot spicy Italian sausage. So I am not adding any additional spices to it. I did sprinkle it with a little Parmesan cheese just for S&H, shits and giggles, right? So this is my first time making these eggs. Okay, so I'm gonna put some of my panko breadcrumbs, because these are 0 carbs. Panko breadcrumbs are 0 carbs. I've used these before with chicken, remember? Oh, they're great when you do your chicken. Although I actually ground my own up. I've seen people who fry them, and I see, deep fry them, and I see people who put them in the oven. So it's really kind of up to you how you want to try it. I'm only going to make 4 eggs. They tell you to make sure the eggs are dry, so because wet eggs slip around inside the sausage. It's probably true. And when they bread their eggs, they meaning everybody I've watched, all the different recipes have done the breaded eggs. I just rolled the whole thing out. I didn't make 4 meatballs and roll it out. I just rolled out, we'll see how that works. Flattened it all out, because I'm gonna put my egg in there and wrap it around my egg. People dip the egg in dip the egg and sausage mixture in egg and then bread it. That might be something that's needed. So like they put it in flour first, and then they put it in egg, and then they put it in the mixture. I don't know. To me, that just seems like it does it when you put the egg, when you flour this, and then you stick it in an egg bath. Doesn't all the flour that you put on it come off? I don't know, wouldn't it? I don't know, man. You tell me. So here we go. We're going to try this. I've never done this before. I'm Italian. I'm not Scottish. So we want to put this around the egg and squish it almost like, we make my Italian background, we make raisin meatballs. So we make meatballs, and then we kind of put raisins in it, kind of squish it inside, the raisins inside, as we play with it like this and squish it inside. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to have that much of a problem with this. But the sausage sometimes doesn't want to stick together, so maybe we will need to do a little egg to get this stuff to stick. The breading. Let's try and see if the breading will stick to this. Let's see. You want it to look like an egg, be shaped like an egg. Well, it looks like this breading is going to stick to me. I'm not into a lot of breading anyway, but we'll do that. We're just gonna, we got breading in there. We got enough on there, I think, to make it crackle. And there you go. It probably could use more breading. It's like some people probably would like more. Now, some of the chefs that I've watched make this recipe, they have actually not cooked the egg, not make a hard-boiled egg. They've steamed the egg. You know what? To each his own. Everybody's going to have their own little trick. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're going to put them in, and I'm going to clean up my mess. So I'm waiting for these Scottish eggs to get finished, and they're in the convection oven right now. I've never cooked in the convection oven ever, so I don't know how to do it, and I'm not going to bother anybody and ask, so I just went ahead and set it for 425, and I put them in there, and I'll just watch them and watch the time, because we want that Italian sausage to be cooked all the way through. So I'm doing laundry at the same time, but I want you to know that when I started to make this video, I want you to know that you'll hear me call them Irish eggs, I think. I call them Irish eggs. They're not Irish eggs, they're Scottish eggs. So That's my mistake. You know, what are you gonna do? Anticipation is making me late, making me wait. So we're gonna cook these. 425, all the dishes are done. I already did them all. At 425 for 20 minutes in the convection oven. Yeah, this is my old lady glasses. So I don't lose them, because I lose them because they're falling right off. I had to go in and have them tighten up behind the ears. Yeah, so 425 and for 20 minutes in the convection oven, or you could deep fry them, but of course you want to make sure when your sausage is done, it's done, because the eggs are already done because you cooked them. So I'm watching them cook. There, it is real greasy. You're gonna get grease because the sausage has grease. It just does. I used hot sausage, hot and spicy. I love hot sausage. And we'll see. I'll have leftovers. I'll be eating off of this all weekend. That and my brownies. I'm gonna try something with my brownies, but it's gonna be a surprise. You'll have to watch to see what I'm gonna do with some of my brownies. I'm hoping it's gonna be yummy. Yeah, you'll like it. So, oh my gosh, I will tell you this. This one kind of fell apart on me. I probably should have used more sausage to keep it together, but they do look yummy. And I saw one of the chefs used some other kind of a dressing or a dip for the Scott eggs, but I figured I like eggs, Italian sausage. I might as well use Italian, right? I mean, for me, that's a no-brainer. And so I'm going to dip mine, Italian sausage and egg, in the red sauce. Very good. Very yummy. Sausage is 0 carbs. Even though everybody will say your egg is 0 carbs, your egg is 0.6 carbs an egg. Hey everybody, I told you the best, maybe I saved the best for last, I don't know, but we'll see. I'm gonna try this. You know, if you know anything about me on my RV Rebel Girl channel, I love Portillo's cake shakes. And I have not had a cake shake in, oh gosh, before July of this summer when I went on keto. So I am gonna make my version of a Portillo's keto style cake shake. Cake shake. And we're gonna see how it turns out. So you know the brownies I made? That's the cake I'm going to use. I'm going to stick them inside here and see how it goes. I'm going to use a cup of frozen avocado chunks because I don't have fresh ripe avocados. And you can tell they're frozen, so they got some ice chips in there. I use 1 kitchen teaspoon of Swerve confectioner sugar, sweeten it up a little bit, and 1 kitchen teaspoon of cocoa. Organic cocoa chocolate, so that you have the flavor in there. And then but they're chocolate brownies, remember, because I made them a little earlier in this video. I'm going to put in my 8 ounces of almond milk, and then we're going to blend that, and then after that we're going to put in the brownies. Hold on, let me get the milk. So actually I put a little bit more than 8 ounces, but that's all I had left. My almond milk is empty. And then here is some brownies from the earlier recipe. Now I'm doing this the next day. This is tomorrow. Tomorrow, the sun did not come out tomorrow. It actually rained all day. Okay, let's blend up this stuff before we put in the brownies. Okay, I want it a little sweeter, so I think I'm going to add in 1 heaping teaspoon, kitchen teaspoon of the KETO 7-nut seed butter that I used in the brownies. And because it needs a little more sweetness, I'm going to put a couple of drops of stevia in there. Couldn't find my stevia. I'm thinking, where's my stevia? Here it is. Stevia liquid. I have liquid 0 stevia. Let's stick a couple. 1, 2. We'll stick 4 squirts in there. I like it sweet. Well, I took about 3 or 4, about 4 of these little pieces. Now, I gotta tell you, I hardly had anything to eat today. So this is gonna be my smoothie dinner before I do my live chat tonight, Friday night. So these are less than a carb each, I think, because I got so many squares. I'm basically eating keto. If I know I'm not going to go over my carbs. I have one in my mouth right now, you can tell. I'm gonna try it. It's not chocolate, but it is the closest thing I can get to chocolate right now that in my house. But I think I maybe should have not ground up the cake so much, but it's in there. Yum. Very good. It could be a little sweeter. Much better with more sweet. Much better with more sweetener. It's good. Hey, it's a great replacement considering I really liked my Portillo's cake shakes. It's one of my fave things. When I come home to Chicago to go and have is a cake shake and a Portillo's hot dog. Did laundry today, washed my coats. What I also did was I went ahead and put some of this shake into a little Tupperware container and stuck it in the freezer. What's that little girl doing over there? See her? Hey, what are you doing? Knock it off. You got something hidden underneath that pillow? Look at her. She's so funny. Looking at me. Hey, thanks for watching the KETO Nomad. And I hope you'll try maybe to make a cake shake. Cake shake, Portillo's cake shake, keto style.